Hey, what's up you guys? This is Rob from A Gay Guy Plays, and today on the hit list, we're targeting the top 5 things I wish I knew when I started playing Warframe. Now, just a quick note, if you're a veteran player, there isn't a single damn thing you're going to find interesting in this list. So, unless you're just here for a laugh, or to criticize me in order to boost your dwindling self-confidence, then you can just tune out now. So, as we all know, the PS4 was just released, and there are hopefully going to be a lot of new people to add to our Warframe family. So I figured that I would share the love, and share the following slightly embarrassing tips that I personally experienced when I first started out. Now, there's a lot to know in this game, and these aren't the only things you need to keep in mind, so I'm going to leave links in the description box down below if you need to do any additional research. So number 5 is Mastery Rank. Just as a clarification, your Mastery Rank is not your Warframe rank. Your Warframes, weapons, Sentinels, and whatever else DE decides to launch all level independently when used in missions. Each time you level up said items, they add experience to your personal Mastery Rank. You'll find your Mastery Rank bar up in the top left corner of your screen. 2 important things you should note about your Mastery Rank are: number 1, if all the items you have equipped are all max rank, you are no longer gaining Mastery Rank experience. You'll need to find new items or use Forma to polarize and unrank your weapons. But you know what, there's a lot to be said about that, so we'll save the Forma talk for a future video. The second thing you should know is that some very powerful weapons are unavailable to you until you've reached a certain Mastery rank, so it's in your best interest to rank up as much of your equipment as possible. Number 4 is modifying. So every time one of your Warframes or weapons levels up, they gain points that you can use to modify them. There are specific mods for each class of item you run into, so be sure to pick them up when you're in a mission. The strength of a mod can be increased by fusing them with other mods or fusion cores. Just be aware that the more powerful a mod becomes, the more points they will take up when they're equipped. As modding goes, there's a couple of things you should keep in mind. First off, Polarity slots will halve the amount of points that a mod consumes if they are the same polarity, which is that little symbol at the top right corner of the mod. If it doesn't, it will cost 50% more to equip. Secondly, there are things in-game that most players refer to as potatoes, also known as organ catalysts and reactors. They will effectively supercharge your weapons and give it double the amount of modification points. They're not super common, so use your potatoes wisely. Number 3 is clan weapons. There are some weapons that are only available via clan research. What that means to you is, if you're not in a clan, you will have no access to them. So be sure to check the recruitment forums to see what clans are looking for new members. Once you've been invited to a clan, you can access the dojo by building a key. A blueprint will be sent to your foundry upon accepting the invite. In the dojo, you'll find several different research stations, one for each faction, where you'll replicate a blueprint of a weapon, provided that your clan has already completed its research. Now, just take note that these weapons take a lot of time and resources to create, so be sure to do your research before you start constructing the subcomponents. Number 2 is Sentinels. This one is very simple. Sentinels are like little pets that follow you around and support your Warframe through various means. Whether it's making you invisible, vaporizing enemies that get a little too close, or vacuum up various resources that you're too damn lazy to pick up yourself. Sentinels and their weapons also gain experience, thus they can add to your Mastery rank. Just be careful, because Sentinels are targetable and can be destroyed. You can find their blueprints in the foundry, so go make one. And number 1 on the hit list is research. My last and final tip is probably one of the most important. You need to do your research. While asking clanmates and strangers in the forums is a great way to get you information about how they feel about the weapon, everyone's opinion can swing from one end of the spectrum to the next. Using YouTube's videos to see how a weapon operates is also a good idea, but always remember to take commentaries with a grain of salt. And yes, that even includes my own. Use resources like Wikia to get factual information about weapons, Sentinels, and Warframes that you're interested in picking up. That way, you can base your decisions on actual statistics, rather than the ramblings of some random gay guy scripting Warframe weapon reviews on YouTube. So that concludes the first ever hit list. For all the veterans that stuck it through till the bitter end, be sure to leave any tips that you think new players should know about down in the comments. Now, for one last final rambling, I did set up that Twitter account so you can follow me at A Gay Guy Plays, and I'll keep you updated on what's to come with the channel. As always, if you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, and if you're new, be sure to subscribe for more hit lists here at A Gay Guy Plays.